Hello, everybody, and welcome to my second live recording, if that's not a contradiction in terms, video about past tense of banana. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the people who leave negative comments, critical comments on my social media platform. Usually it's TikTok, although occasionally Instagram and YouTube, but by far TikTok. Really, these criticisms are in two groups. The first is usually to do with why am I making fun of TikTok teachers? Well, why am I making fun of teachers? And often these comments will refer to these teachers as my colleagues, and I don't see them as that at all. They are not my colleagues at all. The problem with a lot of TikTok English teachers is they are so inexperienced. So many of them have just downloaded an app, found a little bit of information about English, decided to make videos about them and try and get as many followers as they possibly can, try to get as much sponsorship as they possibly can. And honestly, they don't care about the people that they are supposedly teaching English to. So they're not my colleagues. But even if they were, I don't see the problem with calling out people who give wrong information. If there were police, if there were medical staff, and they were giving bad information, we would call them out. We would prosecute them. Why should we not point out to students bad English teachers? I've said this before. I don't care about the teachers. What I care about is student progress. And if a teacher is misleading students, misinforming students, for sure I am going to call them out on it. And tell me what the problem is. That all of these people who leave messages on my TikTok and my Instagram criticizing me for pointing out the errors of bad teachers, just tell me what is wrong with that. Tell me why I should care about teachers more than the students. But the second criticism I get is always something around the idea of me not knowing another language. So in fact, I do. I speak Spanish. I speak it appallingly, but I speak it. I certainly speak Spanish to the level where I could very comfortably, very easily teach Spanish to A1, A2 level. But I don't. I don't because there are much better qualified people out there than me. It would be the equivalent of me downloading a Spanish app, learning a few words, a few phrases, and then going online and presenting myself as a Spanish teacher. I just would not do that. But the argument that other people have of why should I not teach English because I don't speak a second language? What is the point that is being made there? Because I genuinely do not understand it. Even if I spoke no other language but English, that fact does not in any way impinge on my knowledge of English and my ability to teach it. I just cannot understand that argument. You don't know a second language. Why are you criticizing people for teaching English? I am criticizing them because they're getting English wrong and they are misleading, misinforming students who often pay money to these people, but certainly give them their time, their trust, their faith, their hope. And I'm just not prepared to let that go on, really. So yeah, if you have a problem with me pointing out the errors of teachers, looking after students, then I don't see where you're coming from. I don't see your argument. if your argument is, I don't speak a second language, so I shouldn't be criticizing people for teaching English badly, I don't see where your argument comes from. I have been banned by 3 teachers. I've been blocked, I should say, by 3 teachers. And I am going to point them out to you. I'm going to name who they are. So, okay, so the first one is a lady called Arga. I actually have a bit of a history with this woman. She was the very first person to ever block me. And she did it in a rather callous way. I woke up one morning with an email from Google saying that I had a copyright strike against me. And it came from this woman because I had made a video. Eventually, she backed down because she knew she had no grounds for the copyright. And then she sent me this email saying, can you change the picture of me on your thumbnail? And honestly, I would have considered that. But because her first contact with me was through a Google copyright strike, I just thought, no way am I going to negotiate with you ever again. So she banned me, she blocked me so that I couldn't see her videos on Instagram. I should warn all of these teachers that I have found a way around that block. So you are not immune from past tense of banana, believe me. So Arga was the first person, and it came as a complete shock because I didn't think anyone would block me, but she did. And then came this guy, Paul Dunn, his name is, and his channel is called Let's Talk English, BSB. And what I did was I made a full-length video about this guy and the issues that he makes. Some of his explanations are so appallingly bad that I was left speechless. When I first watched his videos, I just thought, no way could this guy make these videos and put them out there and think that is acceptable. I mean, go and watch his video about the difference between each and every. They're just 1-minute videos on Instagram. Go and watch those videos. He gets them so wrong. It's frightening how wrong he gets them. So I made this video, this kind of 8-9-minute video where I collect some of the errors that he has done. And when I published the video, I sent him an email as I just think is the right thing to do, saying, look, there is this video that I've made about you and your channel, and I'm going to give you the right to reply to that. So if you want to make a video about where you think I am wrong in my explanation and analysis of your video, then do that. And I'm happy to debate with you where you think I am wrong and you are right. Maybe you're right and I am wrong. Let's have this conversation. So I offered to do that with him. And again, a few emails went backwards and forwards. And eventually his last email to me was, don't contact me again. So I haven't. But my video of him and his errors are still up there on my channel. And then the third person, again, got to put my glasses on. I can't see a thing without my glasses. This is what happens when you reach your 60s. Okay, so the last guy is this guy, who is a guy called David. I've criticized 2 of his videos, and then he blocked me. And again, like I never contacted David. I know I can't because he blocked me. But I would have loved to have had a discussion with him, because I would have actually been rather praiseworthy of this guy because most of his videos are correct. But no, he decided to block me. So where do we go from there? I want to send a message to Arga, to Paul Dunn, to David. Debate me. Show me where I am going wrong. I dare you. Point out the errors that I have made while analyzing your videos. Because what these people prefer to do is block me. so that my information about their errors, they think, gets stopped somehow. And why do they want that? It's because all of these people rely on students coming to them, paying them money in order to teach them English. So anybody who points out that they make mistakes, it threatens their livelihood, it threatens their business. So they would much rather keep a secret the errors that they make, continue to take money from students, continue to have this profile of being a good English teacher. I'm just not prepared to let them do that without a fight, basically. So yeah, my challenge to Aga, Paul, and David: debate me. Let's create a podcast. I will go 3 against 1 if you 3 want to get together and then do a one-off podcast with me. Let's do that. And to everybody out there who follows David, follows Aga, follows Paul, if you see this video, send them a message. Tell them, hey, Gary is out there. Past tense of banana is out there. Why not debate him? Tell me where I am going wrong. And if you can't do that, then take down the videos. Do the honorable thing. Take down the videos where you have made mistakes. Do not block people who are pointing out your errors. That is just grossly unprofessional, and it really says a lot of negative things about you as English teachers. Anyway, I am going to leave it there. This video has lasted a lot longer than I ever expected it to. So thank you very much for tuning in. I, again, put my glasses on. Let me see. If I can do this at the bottom of my screen. Yep. If you ever need any help with your English, just get in contact with me. The email address is at the bottom of the screen. It's contact@pasttenseofbanana.com. And absolutely, if you have access to Let's Talk English, BSB, which is Paul Dunn, or English with Aga, or David, the English teacher, please drop them a message and invite them on my behalf to come and debate me. I challenge them to do that.